All right, are we good? Welcome everybody to the Hermosa Town Board Monday, June 5th, 2023 meeting at 6 p.m. Was Hendrickson going to call in?
No, she's not.
Okay, so Hendrickson is absent with medical purposes tonight. Holsworth's here, Kramer,
Here.
Schumacher.
Here.
Appreciate the attendees in the audience tonight, and let's please all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. Any changes that the finance officer has?
No.
Any changes from the board? If not, motion to accept the agenda is read.
I'll make that motion.
Kramer makes it. Do I have a second?
I guess I will.
Schumacher will make that, even if she's not in her red jammies. We'll accept that. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you. Item 3 is the consent calendar approval of May 16th, 2023 regular meeting minutes. If there's no changes or amendments, a motion to approve is read.
So moved.
Schumacher makes that motion. Do I have a
I'll
second?
second that.
Second by Kramer. Further discussion? Being none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Conflict of interest declaration, anything that anybody has that, no red jammy situations or that. So, if not, we'll
Not
move
gonna
forward. Under claims, any questions? Pretty much everything is straight across the board that's normal. Anything from the finance officer on any of that we need to be aware of, or?
No, all the payments were pretty regular.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Kramer makes that motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Schumacher. Further discussion? Being none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item 6, law enforcement. We have
So,
their claims list. Go ahead.
we have, this is still April's,
Right.
but I put it in just because you would see that they did adjust and added the streets on the report. They didn't have for May yet, so, but I just wanted to, that's what they sent me to look and see if that's something that works for us.
I had requested, that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why when I looked through it, I thought, it's so much better, so
Oh,
much
yeah.
more detailed, and it gives you the more information. We don't need to go any farther than that on the
So,
circumstances.
Hermosa is out of town, I take it then?
The only thing I did write out is the numbers of the houses.
Yeah, that shouldn't be on there.
So I did white those out, so for the public, it's just the street name.
Right.
And you could actually call Custer County and have them do that
Yeah.
instead of you having to do that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I didn't,
We want the
Is
privacy
that how it-
portion of it
Well, that's what
still.
I'm wondering, because it says Hermosa, so is that out of town?
right,
Yeah, that's probably out of town.
quite a few of them.
Hermosa
there is.
area.
So, we can verify that next month, but, that would be my guess also.
Mhm.
Any other questions on that? Abatements, we're gonna need, there's a few properties I noticed.
We have started already.
Good,
Chuck has started and,
yep,
so,
good. Yeah, there's several that
okay, you
need
need,
some attention, and I'll get with your list and look through it, and then
okay,
it can all be verified.
verified?
Situated from there then, so I think that'll be good. If nothing more there, item 7 is legal. Anything from Mr. Johnson?
Nope.
Okay. You had a question, sir?
Yes, on the abatements, I know that the town needs to look nice, I agree with that 100%, but there are some people out there who can't afford to hire someone to mow their lawns and not capable of doing that. And Hermosa Connects has a fund, I think they have $350 or $400 in a fund. So when you guys send the abatement out to somebody and they just say, well, I can't afford it, I can't do it because I'm sick or something like that, please have them get in touch with Hermosa Connect, and then they will find someone to mow it and pay for it.
That's
Great.
good.
Thank you. And we also have these that were.
And for the people who
FYI.
just don't like to do it, then give them a ticket.
Right. And that's why, did anybody else look at these yet?
I just seen them now.
Yes.
This one's done.
The street, right?
Okay,
Yeah. And this one is a tough one because for us, we can bring suggestions up about the broken windows or siding or, that's the hard part. We'll put that on the suggestion level of it. Mowing also is a circumstance on the blue one, where they're not doing their boulevards, they're not doing their outsides, they're not doing their right-of-way edges. So all of that needs to be added to this one. The other one, the landlord needs to be talking to too, because they are trying to address it. And that's, that are trying to handle that. So there's items there where they brought their attention to the mowing, trimming, they're doing some work on that. We just need to go to another level with where we're at.
suggestion letter and,
Because it's gonna go to them, not to the homeowner, because they own the lot.
right,
So that's what we'll have in that circumstance. This one, we'll have to find out. I believe, I don't know if they now have where that was. Before.
okay,
So we gotta see if that's been changed in ownership to
okay,
confirm them, and then we can go from them there.
yep.
Okay. Anything else further there? If not, the legal, and you said, Mitch, you don't have anything?
No.
And it's great to see you tonight, and feeling well, everything's going well?
Yeah.
Good. That's a win-win, we appreciate that, so. Item 8 is engineer. We have water rehab, WRT. We had a conversation with Monica and I this afternoon where she called, gave us a staff report that she did have a submittal working on this portion of the WRT, but with the lagoon project. And the latest letter that we received back from them, that she's working on getting that submittal finished up on the sewer end of it.
Okay.
And then, so she'll get back to the WRT right after that. The sidewalk project, of course, I guess we haven't heard
I've
anymore.
emailed them, no answer yet.
So that one is pending. The lagoon design and expansion is the one where, in her findings of what she is in her submittal, she needs a motion from us to go ahead and have Mr. Ferguson test every day of the week for a week and go to different locations where we need to isolate the ammonia and see if we can find that. And that's per our town circumstance to find it for our purposes. She's fully confident in the design and what she's having, that our capacities will be okay. Levels are still high as what we are at. The last was 50, but the ones before were over 100, so we've gained.
Way better.
There are other circumstances where through the winter, a lot of times them are higher. When the land application happens, a lot of the times it's more E. coli than the ammonia. So in them circumstances, what she wants to do is possibly by the truck stop, pull a sample there. And then do it 3 times for that day on that spot. Down by the school, even though school's not in, pull 3 more there. Then as we come down into the middle of the town, pull 3 more there. Each day that you pull from one of them manholes, she still wants a pull from the manhole by the lagoon also. And so we would do 3 there every day also. Then all these samples will be turned in and put into them circumstances where we can try to see if the base of the ammonia is higher coming from the commercial end of it, Dollar General end of it, restaurant end of it. You know, we need to try to isolate out the best we can. So, you know, tests have been done on this from very beginning. And even though Mr. Beng's tested, she also tested in the grids. And we've been going through the tests. So we're just going to try to show our better side of where we're at on that part of it. So this is something that's above and beyond for Mr. Ferguson. There will be a cost plus on that for him to do that testing as well as where we're at. So I need a motion to approve that and approve him to do that.
I'll make that motion.
Kramer makes the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Schumacher.
Chuck, do
Okay.
you have time to do that? And I know it's a pain. I get that 3 times a day, 4 times a day, whatever. For a week, different spots, and you're gonna have to keep really good paperwork on it. That's okay? You can handle that?
You just about have to.
I know we about have to, but I mean, you know, I mean, he maybe could have said he was going into the hospital for surgery, who knows, you know? So I just wanted to make sure that he was up to it. That's,
Well, I guess we'll have to. I mean, it's gotta be done, and I don't know who else can do it offhand.
No.
good, thank you.
But like I say, it's also keeping track of your time. You'll be
Yes.
paid for that time. And that includes mileage to town, mileage to mid-continent, to testing the
There's
mid-continent.
a lot of samples that have to go to town.
Yeah,
They can all go at the end of the day, all 4 of them together, or do they have to go right away?
no. Just like he did before. He'd test, then drop, you know, so he'll follow his same
Well, that
procedure.
stuff doesn't go away like some things do on age of the sample, so if you take 3 samples in a day, why 3 samples the next day, probably a 2-day cycle would be okay.
Yeah, so we like that part of it.
You have to find out exactly how much, you know, if it's a quart or a gallon or whatever, it might.
There's gonna be an email coming tomorrow that will express all of that.
They're
Anything
not gonna
else?
let me get the bottles again.
Yeah, you have to find enough bottles to do it.
Anything else in the notes that I'm missing?
No, that's the one motion that we needed to continue with that process.
Okay.
So we have a motion and we have a second on that. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. That'll satisfy that agreement. Then we expect submittal by Wednesday, to be submitted back in. And then circumstances go from there on where we're at in that portion of it. So that's our anticipation. Anything else I missed, Monica?
That's all I can think of.
Okay, good. Then what we have on water sewer facility plans, of course, is all one big conglomeration with D, E, F, G, H, that's all one big process. So that will be a continuation pending. H, likewise, that's something we're monitoring. Chuck Irwin was the one that went down and dug that trench and
Yeah.
everything along that,
We did.
and designated it, and it was running at quite a pace
Yes, it
down
was.
there. So that's something we just have to, even if we log it, when we were talking about it, that how much, yes, sir.
I had quite a conversation with Lloyd Jr. and I told him we could probably cap that off for a few days till he gets the hay mowed, and then we'll let it go back in there after the fact, so he can attempt to hay that at least.
Does he want to? Last time we talked, he didn't want
Well,
to.
he's conceded to the fact. I said, well, you know, if I can shut the water off for a few days and it dries up enough so you can get in there to mow and hay it, if we can retain it in the pond, you know. And he's good with that.
Okay, yeah, because the last time I talked to him, he said, basically in his positioning on it, he'd like to leave it for grazing, but if he's changed his position, that's fine too. So I tried to stop down and talk to him about the road and make sure it's good yet, and all the gravel we added to it, and they're pretty happy about that still, so all the phases are good. So yeah, they'll just communicate and let us know. We'll have to talk to the school and then put the motion together so we got the paperwork trail through the board and through the department, and we'll be okay. Roy's, we've had no response on that portion of it.
What response are we waiting
Yeah,
on?
yeah, we did.
We didn't get the respond.
No, but I mean, we sent the last letter and he never
Yeah,
ever,
he did.
He
respond.
did.
The lawyer did respond.
right,
It wasn't, he explained where their sewage was pumped.
Mhm.
but I guess as far as their opening, you know, that they haven't, and that's what my whole thing is, so. Yeah, he hasn't opened the doors on it, so,
And that's another question. That's not anything
no.
has to
So-
do with the town.
Pretty much on this one, we can probably remove it
We can, probably,
Yeah.
because we did.
with as far as we went now, so. Okay. Facility plan booster water meters, possibly USDA, that's pending until we get the middle section taken care of, and then rural development is part of that, so. Anything further from the board on engineer?
I'll make a motion to remove I.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Schumacher, any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign, motion carried, thank you. 9 is planning and zoning, permit 2022-25, revised digging right-of-way sewer connection. Have you taken anything for that yet?
I talked to Anderson, and they're putting something together, and I also talked to Elmer. He thought he might be caught up enough, he could probably put something together too,
Good,
the future plan.
good, good. Excellent on all that part then. That's a pending. Item B is the 2023-06 commercial remodeling permit application. 250 Main is still pending. And that was all we had in P and Z.
Mhm.
Public Works is item 10. Committee report, streetlight repairs, water sewer departments, trustee in town.
Nothing really on the streets, Dan's got a lot of the big ones fixed.
The only thing we had is I had one report and a call about Fairgrounds Place that somebody went down that with a blade
That's what it looked like. I
and
don't
then
know
left
about-
a windrow in several of the driveways, and there was a few of the residents called upset about it and wondered why I left it that way, and I said, whoa, 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 whoa. I said, that wasn't me. I said,
It
we.
appeared to be a blade, but I don't know who it was.
So I'm gonna go down and check with the neighbors and find out who was on the road, because they didn't have permission, and it's a matter where we appreciate help, but it's a matter you also gotta get her okay before you're on scratching on the roads, or we're gonna have
Yeah,
people scratching all over. And I said we were going to actually add some gravel to that street, because the potholes were in a pretty good displace, so I'll do some investigating, find out who that is, and then report next meeting. Further, sir?
street light, I don't know if you noticed, did they get that light? I haven't looked at it
I haven't seen it work.
I haven't seen it.
they
so
were on
paid
the
attention.
list, and they were 2 weeks out, but that's been 3 weeks ago, so probably give them a call tomorrow or come and see where they're at.
Or we'll try to pay attention tonight and see if it's on.
Mhm. Water, everything seems to be okay. Our last test was good, and so there don't seem to be any problems there. I had a complaint from Kathy over here that she got low water pressure. I haven't had a chance to investigate that to see what's going on.
Yeah, and brown too.
Really?
It had a brown color to it, and so she said she didn't know why they lost pressure, and then in some of the cases when she turned it on.
Yeah, we probably should run the meter readings and see if they've got a loss, you know, if they had a break somewhere. It could make it dirty and also lose pressure.
Yeah,
I can check the outside spigots and that stuff for pressure, see what they have at the house. And they've got kind of a conglomeration of stuff there. There's horse waters and all kinds of stuff.
I wondered
in the
probably
barn.
that internal when Warren Courtney was there.
Well, they had a filter one time that they didn't even know they had, and that thing was blocked. And there was some plumbing in that barn that they didn't know about, and so I guess I've been a little busy, but I can probably check it out tomorrow somewhere.
Well, and then I guess the brown water wasn't there with just the low pressure. It was over there with Billy Rogers that the brown water was.
Yeah.
And then he said they'd let it run for 5 minutes and then it was okay and it'd clear out and go. But he said it's gotten where it was quite frequent there. And
Well, it don't take the lines very long to get rusty if they're not used, you know, I mean, especially this time of the year when the water temperature is up, it'll get rusty in 3 or 4 days if they don't use something that's plumbed in metal, of course. But
well, I wondered with that new line, when we did that school portion of it, if that was some effects, because I said there was a little bit of rerouting and stuff went on, but that should have been cleaned out by now.
yeah. Anyway.
So we'll watch, and I told him to keep an eye on it. If he still has a continuation, let us know, let the office know, so we got a
I
paper
talked to
trail.
her today, and I'll get over there tomorrow sometime and see if I can figure something out.
Yeah, that'll be good on that one. And then Webster's, about that sewer line
Who?
that froze up, Doreen, down there.
Oh,
She
yeah,
had mentioned too, that you'd mentioned we were gonna cover that line.
put some more dirt on it.
So it's something we may write down that we kind of keep an eye on that and see about
Yeah,
putting some stuff into that one. Further, Mr. Ferguson.
don't know of anything right off. Everything seems to be kind of, the lagoon's holding its own, and water's turning color, nice and blue, and geese are having a good time. Looks good. It's not overfull yet, but
Good,
Awesome.
good. I wondered with the rain, that was gonna be my next question, is how,
no, it's, you know, it's 98%, but it's not, we've got room yet.
well, and it sounds like we're gonna have a pretty decent week of 80s and some winds, so hopefully it'll,
That last big wind we had some really nice white caps on there and stuff. It was getting really good wave action on it, so that helps.
and I see Monty was out this weekend spraying. That was a good thing on that
Yeah.
part, so that was getting to be where there's a few of them wanting to carry everybody away.
Mosquitoes are horrible and rapid, but they haven't hit here much yet. I haven't seen any of you.
Oh my God, the Saturday night they were vicious.
Oh, really?
And then Sunday night they were vicious, so they really came hard. Even Friday night, we noticed when we were out that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they came about. A little bit of a dry period, so.
Becky was out working in her yard all day yesterday, I guess it was. And I get this text. My God, the mosquitoes are carrying me away. Save me, you know. I said, sorry, girl. I can remember one year though, where Lon and I, it was so bad. Lon and I had mosquito clothes. they were sprayed down big time, and they hung on the thing, and we'd put them on every time we had to go out and work in the yard. That's how horrible it was. I don't remember what year it was, but before Monty started spraying, I'm sure, we started treating, but
Oh, Chuck, yeah.
yeah, I mean, it was awful, but anyway.
Yes, sir, you had a question?
Yeah, yes, just to bring up again, the Wileses had submitted, requested more gravel over there, from the concrete out to the part of the road that belongs to the city yet. When it gets wet, it gets muddy, and there's some pretty good sized potholes there, so I just want to kind of remind the board that still needs to be done.
It's still on the agenda.
Yeah, and also the aspect of, did we get the sign moved over there then?
Yes.
And that's all good now. I haven't been down there, so I didn't
Yeah, we
check
did
that.
that 2 weeks ago, I think.
And what we did is we had gotten 3 more loads of gravel, so that I didn't have a motion on it because we were moving it, we were slamming it, and we were getting down through the potholes. So I had 1 delivered over here and 2 that we placed between Vilas, Manning, 3rd, the alley by Bond and Henry's. Got all of them areas and the bad areas of that all done. Then I was gonna request, we need a load down there at Walter Street. We're gonna need a load on Fairgrounds Place, once I figure out the blading on that. And that'll catch us up pretty doggone good. It's just a matter when we started spreading it. There's no stopping. And the school, I added more there. I need to do some more, but I'm gonna bring some millings up to 4th Street in the corner of Vilas, where that always runs off around that corner by Deb's, and handle that corner and have it good to go to where the millings seem to hold it pretty good. I've got to do some work on pillins over here and then going down the hill of 3rd, bring
Yeah.
that back.
From the garbage truck.
Well, and then the runoff is really bad along there too. It just ruts it, and then why he got over that far, I don't know. He could have stayed in the middle. But
No, but yes, your alleys are quite nice down there.
yeah, it's as nice as your red and white checkered jammies, so, you know.
So you need a motion for five loads of gravel, is that right?
Yes, because I had 2 that
Let's-
we've already done.
Let's go with 6. We need some backup, just in case something happens.
So that way we've got 3 that are already, we had 2 approved. I got an extra, and then we did the extra here, so if we basically do the 6, we'll be in good shape.
Yeah,
I'll make a motion for 6 loads of gravel.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Oh, the other loads went up to the corner pantry. I was gonna try
I've
to get to
seen that
Walter,
too.
but I ran out in corner pantry doing that.
How about that area where it's corner pantry going towards the farmhouse vintage, that area? It's like
I added a whole truckload there.
already?
Yeah, actually, I've added 2 truckloads there.
Yeah, it was
That
pretty
thing
bad
after the
there.
winter is always horrible. Chuck and I think the old man from China keeps sucking all the gravel out there. That thing delivers, man, it's crazy. So, and we took the millings up, and then we had that goofball that had that water break over there and hit the water main when he was boring it. So we lost all our millings on that whole section coming off. So eventually I want to do that again once we get it restabilized, so. But it should be pretty decent yet.
Yeah. No, I saw it Saturday when I went. I don't know when you're gonna.
Yeah, it should be okay.
Well, don't try.
So we get that. So we have a motion and we have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Yes, sir.
The parking lot over there, it's just north of the corner pantry, that's
Right.
not the city's, is it?
It's all private.
No.
I've tried, I mentioned to Troy again that they need to do something because they're bringing the track out on our road, so. So he was gonna try to address it and see what he could do about it. And they're pretty good neighbors about it. So we'll see if we can put it together. All right, with that being said, anything else under the committee that needs to be said, or anything from finance or the board? Okay, 11, finance officer.
My
We had to wait
favorite
till
part.
you're guzzling.
My favorite part.
Yay, we like that.
Okay, I have monthly financials in the packet, bank statement reconciliation. Our bank account increased since last month.
It all budgeted really nice.
Yeah, the budget is going pretty good. We're halfway there, almost, so. And
I just-
still under the 50% of expenses, and the revenue is actually more than 50 already, so.
Good.
And it's been a great balance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just disappointed because I can't pick it apart. It's been coming through with such good consistency where
Sorry.
He'll find something else.
Oh, I know.
I keep digging. But I love the way we've got everything itemized out with the percentages. I mean, it makes it so nice to go through the comparisons
Yep.
and then look right where we're at in our levels. I mean, everything has just turned in a great situation. And then when you come to your end, on where we're at, total expenses to total revenues, everything is just balanced in a great portion.
Yep.
So, I like that all the way through.
That's
And
magic.
we're almost even. I mean, we're running neck and neck too.
Yeah.
So, that's a perfect level. My hat's off on what you brought that level to.
I guess that's my job, right?
So we thank you.
You're welcome. So revenue expense. Yeah, I can't find the settings, so I wouldn't need to draw. So I would just keep drawing to separate this different funds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would think they would have something that you could highlight that with.
They only have when it's like very code by code, then it separates the funds. But when it's totals of the smaller funds, then it doesn't separate it.
Okay. Well, it's great that you put them in there because that gives us our loan numbers, lets us know where our ratio's at and where we're at for our totals. It's just so much more explanatory.
I heard back from auditor. I did include his email that will have he did submit it to the Department of Legislative Audit, and we'll get the final audit results this month.
Will he personally bring them here and then personally go through them, or will he just deliver them?
I can ask him, which I mean I think
See,
it
before that
would be a
was
good
with-
idea.
Yeah, Casey Peterson was always good. That was the one nice thing, is they would come and they'd do a presentation to us, let us know exactly where they were at. We always had the same dings every year, which
Yeah,
they just
red.
never go away. But they would bring up where we had gained, where we had lost, and everything always came out in great proportion. And I'm thinking Ben will do that same thing, so.
Yeah, I can ask him.
Yeah, he's from Madison, South Dakota, isn't he?
Yeah, he's further away, but he did come here a few times. Yeah, to pick up stuff and.
Does he do it in Keystone, where he comes in? He just mails them
I've never
back?
seen him. Never met him,
Really?
never.
Well, I was lucky I got to meet him then when he came.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Yeah, it was very nice.
I've talked to him on the
Quiet.
phone.
Yeah, he's very busy usually.
Well, maybe that's not his policy that he doesn't travel to them, but it's great if everybody can put a face with what the work was done and present it. So
Yeah.
that's a possibility, it'd be great.
Yeah, I can talk to him about that.
That'd be great.
I'm leaving for finance after school on Wednesday early morning. And we'll be coming back on Friday I mean, if I will come back before 5, I will stop in the office and see if it's still standing. But probably Monday is gonna be when I'm gonna be coming back in the office,
Yep.
and we'll have Monday the meeting when we're the votes,
Canvassing.
canvassing the votes, and then on the meeting on the 20th, we'll do all the assignments, who's the vice president, president, and all that.
And what time is the meeting on Monday?
6,
6 again?
Yeah,
unless anyone wants different timing.
Mm-mm.
You think you can come?
it's just canvassing the
It's
votes,
just
right?
canvassing.
She doesn't,
Yeah, it's
he
just a
doesn't need it?
few.
No,
Okay. Yeah, it's probably gonna be quick, right?
Yeah, it is.
So when it's canvassing, do I do the certificates of election then or
No.
on the 20th?
on the 20th.
I don't know, without looking at the statute.
I was reading and I couldn't find when it actually needs to be presented.
I don't think they do them till the
No,
20th, that new
that's what it's been
business.
in policy, next regular meeting.
Yeah, the
Okay.
new people will step up and they'll have all their.
Yeah, I know. I even made the agenda already, like
Mhm.
started on it. It's just the giving the certificates that here you won, and then be ready at the next
So
meeting.
Mitch
You have to
would,
be sworn in, so it'd be
Yeah.
at the next
Right.
regular
That'll
meeting.
be at that meeting,
'Cause they give
On the
a-
20th.
There's a oath of office they have to
Mhm.
take.
right?
Yeah, everyone.
No,
So-
just the new people.
Just the new people, because on last year's agenda or last time the election was, even the finance officer had to take
Yes.
Yeah, you
you're
do.
appointed.
that you do,
'Cause
the
you're
appointed
appointed.
positions you do.
every year, and
Yes.
you as well, right?
Yes.
And then
If
any of them, like Ferguson, we did a 2 and a 3-year. I think yours was a 3-year that we did the last time. So it'll just be a matter whenever his expires that he will do his next oath.
well,
Was he appointed, or was he an independent contractor?
Independent, but we had motioned to approve him for 3 years, so we didn't have to do it
Every year.
each time.
and
Yeah.
also the
Oh,
floodplain engineer,
Right.
Coco,
Mhm.
he needs to be at the meeting, right?
Yeah, the 20th, right.
I don't think I've ever even seen him.
Oh,
Elmer?
He's a
your
nice
first
guy.
time.
So yeah, it'll be good to send an email to him.
Yeah,
Is he appointed or does he have a contract?
Appointed.
Appointed.
Okay.
he's a town floodplain engineer.
And Leah's.
Appointed,
She's
She-
contract,
No.
she's contract.
No, she
Contract.
is just by motion.
yeah.
She's-
We approved her to
Mhm.
do the building permits, do everything on staff reports and
She
any of
has
the
a
other.
contract. Right.
Yeah, everything she does is under contract. So I'll need to bring like the door prize, so I just went and get the little frame with dried flowers and a really nice saying on it, just to have something, because I guess they'll do like exchange. So I'll get from someone else's town and I'll get mine.
Cool. That'll be fun. The experience is what's awesome.
Mhm.
Camaraderie. So you don't like that part.
Driving alone,
What,
never
going up here?
Mhm.
all by myself.
Just take the interstate.
Then you get to swap stories. What goes on in your community.
Oof.
Have you not been up here before?
Just drove by.
Huh?
Oh,
How do you just drive by here?
well, you do on
We
interstate?
were pulling a 15,000
That's 4
pound
miles away.
RV, so we didn't stop there.
Unless you're on Highway 14.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess we didn't even drove by. We're like away. You know,
Yeah,
here's
on the
here, and then
interstate.
there is the
You're on the interstate.
highway.
Mhm.
So we're even close to here, 40
Yeah.
miles.
No.
It's an easy drive.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Further.
Okay.
Go see where Christie lives. Our governor.
Oh,
And she'll probably, She very well may be there at the finance officer school.
Might be.
She has made appearances at it.
Yeah,
Yep,
that would be cool.
yeah, it would.
Other thing that we just got notified, the website that we have, currently we use the Gov office and they're increasing their price for our town would be like 8 times more than we've been paying. We've been paying $630 a year. Now it would be $4,995.
So,
Who is this?
Gov office, just the website where we post minutes and all that. So I started looking in different websites. We're good till next year, June now. We paid the $630. They let us the last time to pay that, but next year it would increase.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely have you research that and find us
And
an
we-
alternative.
Did get a letter from municipalities websites. I guess that's how it's just town web, and I guess they know that Gov office increased prices for everyone, so they're sent letters to everyone. Hey, come to us, we're cheaper. So I'll check the price with them and other few options, and it's still a ways away, but
Yeah.
we can start getting ready to switch. So I was looking, I guess that's, and the water consumption report, I don't know if y'all see it. It's at 14% this month. I don't know why it went up again. But that's what we got this month. As the PAA insurance, I didn't get the final pricing yet, so we can't approve it yet for payment. Grants, I keep looking into grants and the easier ways to kind of find what grants we can apply for and how to find them. And there is one GrantWatch.gov website where they kind of list all the grants available. But and I looked through like a demo, and it does seem like they give really good information and easy to find things for small municipalities and pick out what would work for us. But it has a $199 annual fee. So I don't know if we want to do that, or I can just keep looking through separate websites.
Well, and when I read through that, if you feel there's a good position on that and you think it's a comfortable position, but I wondered if there's any more out there or not.
That's the only one that looks really more legitimate.
And when you go to finance officer school, ask that question. That's one
Yeah.
thing you want to write down, is where the others are
I asked in
using.
the email other finance officer, but nobody got back to me, so I don't know if nobody uses it.
But
or
being
just-
face to
They're not as
face,
smart as you.
I don't know about that.
but being face to face
Yeah.
with them at that meeting is a great spot.
Yeah, I'll
to
definitely pick some
interchange.
brains about how they find grants. So.
And any of the questions you have within the department as you're going through them, that's the time to pick them apart. Because that face-to-face is worth a million words on where you learn, what you gain, tips that you can use, avenues for your purposes to make your job easier. They all come together well. So take advantage of that time, it's awesome.
Yeah, definitely will.
I don't think the $199 is a bad price.
No,
I just think you should check with
Yeah.
them and.
Yeah, we definitely want to get some kind
Yeah.
of review for it from other towns to see if
Right.
anyone uses it
Mm-hmm.
and if it works. Um, so this one actually kind of Jill brought up animal license revenue that we get from pet licenses in town. Paddle Mountain Humane Society, they're the ones that usually come in town and take care of the loose dogs, cats, take them in, and they don't really get anything from the town for it. They're non-profit. So what we were thinking and talking, maybe we could donate like 50% of the pet license fees to them to help them out, and maybe they would even take better care of us with the animals and stuff. It would be only like $500 a year. If you see, like last year we got in total $1,133 for last year. So yeah, it would be. So we just thought we'll bring it up and see how the board feels about it.
Seeing we've got hot springs too, that comes up from
That's Hot
Fall
Springs.
River and
Yes,
then
that-
Custer County also. So that's why with every one of them are all,
So it's not
In a
just.
lot of ways, there has been the past where the town could not or should not donate money to any organization because there's so many organizations out there that need and want money. And so
Yeah.
it's hard to choose one. They do a service for us,
Mhm.
which a lot of the others do not. But it would be easier to get a bill almost than to donate.
and two, with the Humane Society, that's what we did with them. They
From
would
Rapid.
bill us
Correct, exactly.
anytime that we had to do a drop off and they wouldn't pick up, we had to do the drop off. So then we paid for our car to go in, drop the animal off, and then,
So how does it work now?
we haven't. We haven't had the calls. It would have to be the sheriff's department now, would have to be the ones responsible for that, but we haven't had that circumstance on that side of it either, so.
Okay.
So that's why I say, if they've gotta come do a pickup, and they have to give us some time of a itemized statement, then that's the way to do it. And then if we had a fee schedule from them, would be the ideal circumstance. I know it's a nonprofit, but yes, also in their donation period, if they have an hour's time to come up here and pick up an animal, take it back to their place, they have to house it, so they figure, okay, we've got $100 in that.
If-
It was $10 per animal in Rapid City to drop them off at that time, and they went up to 20 as their fees and their schedules went up after COVID. And I don't know what it is today now for a drop off. And then it goes into the adoption period.
So if they're nonprofit, can they invoice us? Like,
Yes.
okay, maybe we can talk about that with them then.
Yeah. You know, and then that way it cleans up everything on our
Nonprofits
side.
make lots of money.
I guess. Okay.
So that way we can get a fee schedule from them on what they feel their portions are gonna be of
Or
work.
even if they do a general, like, each time is whatever, $50. And at the end of the year, we came to your town 10 times, you know?
Mhm.
So even that minimal would be enough, you know,
Mhm.
so.
Yeah, I guess we can talk to them.
Okay.
See what we can do. I guess that's
Did
all
we
from me.
Act on anything then for that request from Rich Zocker on that sidewalk expansion that he asked about? To have it
Right.
extend from our walk to
Oh,
the
that's
Catholic Church,
that.
including streetlights. Did we make a motion on that
No.
last time?
No, we've not discussed it.
You mean the email, the latest
Yeah.
email?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I was about to bring it up. So it's the board's decision if we wanna to extend the sidewalk, which
And I think it's a great
the
idea.
maintenance would fall for the town to shovel and all that, all the maintenance. But I do think it would be good, just because so many seniors are walking back and forth from
Yeah.
the American Legion and all that.
Yeah, to me, it's a no-brainer. I said it needs to be, and we know we're gonna have expansion that way. I really feel it needs to be a satisfaction, so I would make that motion that we let Mr. Zocker know that we do want to have an interest in that sidewalk being extended, and that we will add the streetlights to that extension, and that we are aware of the responsibilities that we will maintain it, just like we did on our 40 project. The only thing, well, that'll be my motion, and then we'll do discussion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it for the purpose of discussion.
So my part of it is also, when we did this sidewalk, they only were providing a 5 foot, and we paid extra for the 6 foot, so that we had that width difference too. I wanna make sure where our width difference is on that, and that we're supplied with the same width of sidewalk as it comes down through there at 6 foot.
I personally don't know, I mean, I agree, I think it'd be a wonderful thing, but that is not within the city limits.
Right, but
And I know,
if we miss the window,
if we miss the window, but it is not within the city limits. I can't, I mean, in all practical, the Legion and the church both refused to be annexed in. I can't do it. I cannot vote for it because of that reason. And I think it's a shame. I think it's an awful shame. I think it would be a wonderful thing. But that is our citizens that have to pay for the maintenance and the lights, and yeah, it is a lot of our citizens that are using those two facilities, but not all of them. I just can't, I can't go there.
my only thought was that I feel annexation will be inevitable, and it is gonna happen. They dodged the last bullet, but I feel that that's gonna happen. Now in this, we also haven't gotten full terms that they don't even, my other reason is there was no 80/20 on this. They take care of the cost. So that's the part that made it more attractive to me.
Yeah, they would, it's just in their project.
Correct.
It wouldn't cost the
So
town to
when, you
build
know,
it.
I guess if we, like Monica was referencing too, if we were going to have to pay 20%, yes, I fully agree with you. But when they're fully funding this project, and the only other thing that my request would be with him also is their LED lights. So we don't have the problem we did with the halogens before. So, but that's my reason. I totally, you know how I feel about that whole project, and I'm 100% with you. But when this is a 100% project included in their project line, you know inevitably annexation is gonna happen. You don't wanna stop it, then be regretful later, and then we gotta pay the cost then. And we pay 100% of that. So that's where my positioning was on it. I'm not gonna argue the fact that the disappointment on the other side, but 1 minute, sir.
Terry, what do you think?
I agree with you, Linda.
Like I say, remember though, if we don't,
Well,
And we wanna
you brought
expand
up
it.
a very good point, and I guess,
I don't wanna see us pay $100,000 out of our budget or try to go through a safe routes to school when it was offered to us, and then they ding us because we didn't take advantage of it while it was there. That's what raged through my mind about it. I split hairs on your side, and then I thought, if we tell them no, and we're doing the sidewalk grant program,
Do we have to have an answer to them at any particular
it's
date?
for next year.
I know it's for next
Next
year, but
year.
they're gonna want, you know, just like us, we have to bid everything out and make plans before then. So I just wondered if there was a
They'll
time.
come back with more. This is only approving
Pre-
that we want to approve, yes, we want that included in the expansion with the lights, and then we'll do the maintenance.
And maybe even bring it up to the American Legion and the church that the town is
That's what
planning
I wondered
to
if they would-
accept building a sidewalk for you. Would you reconsider to annex in? You know?
Or would you be willing to pay the lighting or the maintenance on the sidewalk?
Um,
That would be, I think that's worth bringing up to both entities. And if
And if we
even a
approve this,
portion of it would, 50% portion of it would be helpful, you
Yeah.
know? 'Cause that's,
or they maintain their own, period.
or they could maintain the whole sidewalk and we could handle the lights, that would work. Something like that. So if you would, in my opinion, may I?
Yeah.
Contact Zucker and ask him when they need a definite answer on this, that we need to do a little more research.
That we're in favor of it.
Yes,
but
as
we
long as
just-
they're paying for it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not even entirely in here either. I
No,
don't see
I
any
don't see
dollar
that.
signs.
I
So
don't
I wanna
see
make
that.
sure they are paying for it, not us. And if that happens, they may ask us to pay for that extra foot. They may be
Yeah.
willing to pay for the 5 foot. And so we'll have to, that
bet
just
it.
makes another discussion.
As I see, they haven't even designed it.
Right.
So
Right, and they need our answer before design even,
Mhm.
that's the thing. I
so I
know,
think that's where our opinion needs to be back to Rich, that we would like a 6-foot sidewalk to match our other 6-foot sidewalk. We want LED lights to match our
Yes.
other LED lights. We wanna make sure that, you know, will this be 100% cost by DOT? You get that part too? And so, I think them are the 3 big questions of what we need to know on that. In the meantime, then we can also, I feel we need a motion still to approve that, to allow that. Then go to the fact that we wanna ask for another motion for them on the maintenance if this project goes through. It isn't saying that we can't go back and say, no, that they're gonna have a difference here, or that we're gonna put a user fee on it, with it going down that way too. You know, there's
Something,
many
we have to do
creative
something.
circumstances on that.
yeah, we have to do something, I think,
But
so.
I need to let him, we need to let him know for the design purposes of it.
That's all we're voting on, is that? We're not voting to go ahead and go through with this?
Well, we won't know until it comes back for design, just that we're in approval, that we like the project and that we want the 6-foot walk, that we wanna make sure that the LED lights and make sure that it's going to be 100% DOT
On
paid.
their bill.
So that part we can let him know, and then he can come back and then we act on it again.
So it's a motion just to ask questions?
Yes, so the motion, we need to
Well,
vote, we need to
we'll
vote
let
on
it
nay
fail.
on that one, okay, gotcha.
So all in favor, say aye. All opposed, say the same.
Aye.
Motion failed.
And the new motion,
Is to have items that we requested for more information that Monica has to send to Mr. Zocker. So I'll make that motion,
and the churches.
and then we will do the investigation into the churches ourselves prior to. Because we're
We
gonna
should-
get an answer back from Rich, and then at the same time, but it should be a separate motion, I
So
don't think it should be.
And maybe
combined.
we should wait until we get the answer, and then we should ask to be put on their agendas for full
Very good.
discussion of the project.
So I
Yeah.
would need to contact them.
Yep.
Yep.
So we have a second on
Yep. I'll make
that for
that. second that.
purposes of investigation.
Okay,
We have a motion and a second. We have a question.
You guys covered it perfectly. One of the things that I bring up was what was brought up there is, if it's free, I agree with Dan, we need to do it.
Right.
But the maintenance and stuff needs to be paid by the, upfront needs to be paid. The maintenance and the cleaning of it and the lights should all be paid by those two organizations down there, because it's benefiting them and they need to pay it. You guys
That's
covered
true,
that
too.
well.
Thank you, ladies. Anything else? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you, Monica. Anything further?
Not on this item, but we skipped law enforcement.
Oh, we did.
We'll hear about the grant research when you get back. We'll hear more about the animal license revenue once we do a little more research on that. The transportation economic development grants will be also in more research. Unless you feel it's something you bring up at the finance officer school too.
Yeah, I'll probably talk through with other finance officer about the grants that maybe they're applying this year and
Yeah.
how long they usually prepare before the projects and applications.
I like it. Okay. Okay, anything further, Monica?
That's all.
Thank you. Thank you for your input. and
Oh,
hard
actually, so I forgot in the department updates, but as some of you know, my mom is going to be coming July 1st and she'll be staying through the 26th. And I was wondering if there would be a possibility to change my work hours from 7 to 3 during those 3 weeks, so I would get a little more daylight.
Sure, no problem.
I'm good with that.
I'm already with that too. I think it's awesome.
Yep, I do too. It's, that's a long journey
Sure is.
and one to definitely take advantage of with all the disrumbles going over there, so.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
No, that won't be a problem. Can I have a motion in that effect, please?
Absolutely.
Kramer makes it. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Schumacher. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Where's your mom from?
Lithuania.
Lithuania.
Ukraine?
Poland, Estonia. We're in the middle. Baltic Sea. No, nothing.
Wow.
Russia.
I know where that is.
Where the war's
We're
going
below.
In Poland, I know that.
Poland. We're neighbors.
And Ukraine.
Ukraine is a little more down.
Lithuania is a country?
It is.
Yeah,
with
it
3
is.
million people.
Really?
hmm
It's like the size of Rhode Island, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, it's not very big.
It's tiny, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yep, yep, that's awesome. We look forward to it, and she'll be here for the 4th of July. So you'll be able to come down for the 4th of July picnic.
And my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law.
They're all
Which
gonna
would
be here?
awesome.
Ugh.
How exciting is that?
Oh, sorry.
Well, Mom and Dad will give her a good initiation.
Oh.
No, I really appreciate this. It's gonna make her trip much.
It's all about family, so. Item 12, if we're good on finance side,
Yes.
whole business is, A is pending, Monica is working on that, and then working with Mitch on some items there, and so they're putting that together. We'll know more too after we're done with the next circumstance of the election. Town sign is pending, she has worked on that. The next 2 items, just Schumacher is not going to lose that responsibility, and that will be deemed if we have to make a motion on that tonight to make sure that is followed through on.
I'm just waiting on Linda.
Yeah. Blame me. Oh yeah, another volunteer here, huh?
No, I was pointing at you.
She can get down and do all the dirty work.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can wear your red and white
Yeah,
jammies.
yeah.
They're red and black.
Red, white, and black.
No, red.
Red and black, no way.
Yeah, they were both. I thought there was some white in them.
No,
Must have just been the tennies.
Oh, she had black tennis shoes. I was barefoot.
Yeah.
Well, I was stocking foot.
We had the fancy ones too. They're
Dollar
almost like
store.
Scooby-Doo.
They're dollar store specials.
So that'll be an appreciation on that
When
part
we
of
get
it, so.
there then, yeah, sorry.
Was that
And
all
like I
summer?
said, if it needed to be, I would bring the pressure washer down if you girls decided you were gonna do it and pressure wash that
Okay.
ahead of it. Then gives it a day or so to dry and then
Okay,
you
good.
know, we're ready to go.
We'll call
Deb
you.
said she'd do that, so.
We'll call you when we're ready for you. Not
Okay.
today.
And with that being said, we have Mr. Mills in the room tonight, and we want to make sure him and Mr. Schultz back there are having quite a conversation, so
Yes, indeed.
you've got the floor, my friend.
Oh my gosh. Well, let me step up here and lean on the podium for a couple minutes. You know, one of the things that when you said, you know, kind of make a, you come up with an idea. It's like the line out of Blazing Saddles. Step back, we don't know how big this thing's gonna get. Well, I'll tell you what, we now have 39 vendors for the farmer's market. Got several of the folks that have been involved with getting this all together. And I'm just really excited about where this thing is going. Now that being said, we had a couple more ideas as far as doing a couple more things. And the more people we get involved, the issue of safety is coming up more and more about how we're going to keep things kind of under control. One of the things we'd like to do, or we'd like to see the town do, is actually shut off a part of 2nd Street for that day. From basically the alleyway here halfway down to Violet Street. So that area in front of the coffee shop as well as those other 2 homes, there would be places for people to be kind of milling around in there, over to the community center, as well as have some room to move up and down that alleyway without any other vehicles or anything going there. So I guess that's the first thing I'd like you to
What was
consider.
that date again, Rick? I'm
That is
sorry.
June 24th, Saturday, June 24th. And honestly, you know, so that we can be bringing in the food trucks and everything else, we wondered if we could have it closed from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. to actually get everybody in there. We'll have the folks coming in to set up all of their tables and everything. And yeah, Terry.
Why are you just going from the alley? Why don't you go from the top of the road down?
That'd be better.
Yeah,
Well, we got
why-
the coffee shop access.
Well, I mean, I'm just wondering if, you know, we have people pulling in there, I mean, and then there'll be some that will pulling down from Main Street and everything else. That was our first recommendation, but I mean, we're willing to go with whatever you want to do. If you want to kind of keep that, because we'll have some people that'll be wanting to come down this alley as well, just so there's an access and they're not getting to 2nd Street and there's a problem, I guess.
And they'll be able to do the alleys though off of 3rd and
Yeah.
up to the coffee shop, back
Exactly.
down to Vilas, back out. So there's access for emergency as well as fire.
Yeah.
Deb, you had a question?
No.
Oh, you're good with that?
Well, I don't know, what did you think? Do you think that would work for you and over on that side?
I think so.
Okay. Okay. Well, then from Maine all the way down to Vilas would be
Yeah.
preferable, yeah.
And then that cut through of Gables there, it'd be good to block that off too. So then
Yeah.
that way, you've got everything coming around from 1st Street, coming up to Vilas, and then if we leave just a throughway out and down 2nd, then that
As long as
way
there's a
you got
little
that
bit of
loop.
something there.
Yep,
you know,
then you
to-
got that loop, so we can
Okay.
cross 2nd, we can cross Vilas, but they can still come in and out on 2nd as well as where they're at, and then have Main shut off, and then that leaves the alley access, so emergency vehicles would be able to access. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
we thought we would let the sheriff's department definitely know that
Yeah.
we have that large activity going on and put them on notice of that. And I think that would make it a lot safer situation, and then we won't have as many people. We'll just have to, like our lot up here by the post office, that'll be a major parking area there that
Yeah.
we'll want to be able to be access to. The town lot here will be a good access to, so I think that'll be a biggie on that part of it. Is that okay? Am I on the right track?
Sure.
Well, I guess, that's more than what we were asking for, so I mean, but I think that's great, and that would work beautifully for what we need.
Yeah, I think that would put a better, I remember the years back when we had street dances and we used to close off,
Oh, yeah, we did.
and it was awesome.
We had a blast out there.
Yeah, and I think, we
Turkey races.
we start
Oh,
getting
yeah.
back to some of that again and getting rid of some of the drama and the focuses we have and getting back to a little bit of more community, it'd be awesome.
Well, and we are gonna have to have some extra room and everything for the certain chicken events that are gonna be going on as well. So, and we won't get into too much detail on those yet, but, anyway.
Gotta watch the video.
Oh yes, you've seen the video, yes. But like I say, I think things are really moving along. We are having a meeting Wednesday morning, the 7th, so morning after next. We're moved it up a week ahead of time because we are just trying to get everything planned out ahead of time. And so that's at 8:30 down at the coffee shop. If you're interested in coming down, hearing what's going on, all the final preparations, please come on down and we'll have as much information as you can there. And otherwise, I think things are moving along quite well.
Yeah,
So with closing the roads, they need signs and stuff. Who does all that?
well, we would, I don't have a problem volunteering to do it. And we have some signed stuff down at the pole barn down there that we could use for some blockades and.
That was the next question, if we need
'Cause
to
I have-
provide any of that or,
But I have a bunch of barrels, I'm sure, if Mr. Ferguson don't have a problem with it, I'm sure he'd have some stuff. We've got blockades and I think we can come up with enough creative stuff there to
okay.
have that work out. Yes.
I think we do need to remember to inform law enforcement
Yep, I said
and the
that.
fire department on
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
things, that the roads are gonna be closed.
And the citizens too.
Well,
Let
citizens too,
people
yeah.
know that
Absolutely.
those roads will be closed, so.
Might be a good one to put out on the website.
Yeah.
And then the town would be the better one to inform the fire department and inform the law enforcement now of that date and make them aware of it and what we're going to be anticipating and what our projection is on that.
And ask for extra patrol during that day also.
Yeah. And actually, you covered my next question already, so with those comments, that'd be fantastic.
I need a motion from the board to allow us to shut Second Street down to Violet Street,
So moved.
leaving access coming off of First Street around to be able to access out onto Second Street still and go down through Whitney.
Yeah, so moved.
Motion by Schumach,
I'll
second
second
by
that.
Kramer. Further discussion? There being none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Just double checking here to see if there's anything else. But yeah, that will provide room for the music, for other tables, the food trucks and everything else. There are also gonna be some fire trucks and stuff that will be on display down there for kids to get around and everything else. So it'll be just quite a little, circle around there, which is exactly what we want to do, is promote the community in that respect, so.
Excuse me, how many food trucks?
We've got 4 committed right now.
Oh, what are they?
I don't know.
Monica, you got a question?
I did send the minutes to Hermosa Connect's email about which vendors need the permits.
Oh, okay.
I did get one call just asking if they need a permit, but they were just a table, so they don't need a permit.
Okay.
Basically, the vendors, that food trucks or anyone with a truck that's selling items out of the vehicle cart,
Yeah.
they need the permits. Only the table ones won't need the permits.
Yeah. And I've already talked to the Department of Revenue too to make sure which ones already do have their own licenses and everything else, so we'll kind of cover that.
Okay.
So hopefully there won't be anything we lose in that respect.
Yeah, yeah,
Sounds
I
good.
think that'll work well.
Any other questions from anybody on the board?
No, and like I say, we'll get together, walk our thing with Deb and you and I,
Okay,
know more where we're gonna be on our setup there,
okay,
help you out in any way we can there too.
fantastic. Well, I think everything is coming together quite well. Like I say, I'm frankly surprised, you know, because we've only been at this, really planning it full bore for about 3 months, and to have this kind of response already is very gratifying.
Nice annual deal to allow it to grow, you know, or another similarity to beers and ears type thing, you know, where we can have a spring kickoff and not a competition for anything else.
Exactly, exactly.
So that's kind of the other cool part.
Yeah, and then exactly, you know, what we've already talked about is having events that will be compatible. The rummage sale that has been traditionally going on is going to kind of transition into that same day, and that will be going on in other areas around the community, so it'll be bringing other people in, and we're doing all of our advertising and everything else, so we should have a good crowd around that day.
Yeah, we like it, we like it.
Okay, I think that's everything I've got.
Well, we appreciate all your hard work on this and what you're putting together, and
Well, we as a community are doing this, so it's not
and that's
just
the
me.
big thing. I think the
Yeah.
big expression with Monica going and stuff is our willingness as a town board to work with
Yep.
the organizations, so
Okay, it's for the town and the community. That's what we're in here for.
we like it, Rick.
You bet. Thanks,
Thanks for
guys.
all your hard work.
You bet.
All right, with that being said, we're off into number 13. 13A is your law enforcement contract. Monica put that together.
So I've been talking to Marty. I asked him questions about the process of hiring the police officer for the town. And he actually sent one of his officers in the office to answer all my questions. And they provided all the documentation and forms that would help with the hiring process. Today I finished up making an ad that we could advertise, just need for you guys to read. And I think we should start advertising as soon as possible, before we even hear from Custer County, just because it is hard to find people who would be interested in taking over the town police
And
department.
when we talked with Monica, I said, the biggest thing is we're not in competition with Custer County. We're not trying to pull away from Custer County. We want that working relationship, and there still will be. And I said, in either or way, it's a circumstance where we're just looking at the options, and if there are any options, and if we don't have that, if anything, it will be a partnership to work together, and that's what we want to keep, is that relationship.
And
So-
Custer County is helping with it and understands why we want this option to be looked at. And like I said, they've been helping me and really supporting this idea. So, but still going to put on the next Custer County Commissioner's agenda for the pricing and everything for us, for the Custer County.
Yeah,
That was my question, so you answered that, very good.
and this was your previous agreement that we had, that she also provided, and so that you had both
It
options on
expires
that.
July 22nd, yeah. So that's
Any
why,
questions from the board, if not a motion to allow her to advertise?
I'll make that motion.
Kramer makes it, second,
Second.
okay? Go ahead, Monica.
well, so the only thing, as you see, there's a question mark by pay range, which we gotta decide before we advertise.
And we're just gonna put, the
Depends on-
normal that you always do, DOB.
Depends on experience.
And then that way, once you do the interview and you see the experience and who the individual is, then you can make the determination from there.
Okay, that works. And now, do we I don't know how it worked before. Do we do any benefits like the
That'll all be
retirement?
discussed if they come in for an interview,
All
you
that?
know, and that'll all happen in that situation, so.
Okay.
That's why the DOE is pretty broad and explanatory. Anybody in that professionalism of that position understands that, and where we are in that
Sure.
development.
We'll just have to have the answers by the time someone starts applying.
And you'll have a date of engagement of when we have to know by back
Right.
from them, all applications deadline by that date. Sound good?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We'll keep that there for our purposes. It'll be able to go into old business and be rediscussed, so. The sidewalk extension we've already discussed, so we'll be happy on that part. Nothing else in new business. We'll go to item number 14, items from citizens. Any discussion? Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. It's our understanding that the ballots are taken to Custer tomorrow to be counted,
Yes.
and who takes them?
Law enforcement.
By herself?
Law enforcement.
Who?
Law
Oh, I thought you said Monica.
No,
Okay, sorry.
law
I misunderstood
enforcement.
you. Law enforcement.
Always.
Yeah.
That's a legal thing. It always
You're not
is,
gonna be here anyway, so.
always
I'll
is,
be
always
tomorrow.
will be.
Okay.
Always
So
has
like
been.
the sheriff or,
Yeah.
Yes, always has been.
all right, thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, trustee input, Schumacher,
Good meeting.
Kramer.
Yep, ditto.
I appreciate-
I would like to say, everybody get out and vote. Tomorrow's the day.
That's my biggest thing, is that everybody get out and vote. We
Yep.
appreciate that. It's our American justice. and
That's
we
right.
Appreciate that portion of it.
We're lucky to be able to do so.
Had a lot of good input from citizens, and I appreciate all the hard work of our professionals. I look very forward to a positive, promising day. So, no executive session is needed. At 7:21, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Schumacher makes the motion, Kramer seconds it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you. Great night, board. God, Mitch gets a great reprieve again.